What's good, YouTube family? And we back again by popular demand. As you see, you got your boy Norris from Souls of Thought. We got your favorite uncle from Uncle Plug TV in the building.
Bang, bang.
Good.
Monday.
Hey, y'all.
Monday Night Live, baby.
It was my fault today. It was my Plug's fault today that we're behind. It's my fault that we're 30 minutes behind. That's all me to do. That's all. I appreciate your patience, Plug. Appreciate it.
No pressure. I was just sitting here just checking some analytics. You know what I'm saying? Going over some numbers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
man.
we're gonna do something new every time me and Plug go live. I'm gonna pop up videos that he has not seen, so we can get Uncle Plug's true, authentic reaction.
Always with the curveballs, man.
It's gonna be actually 2 videos. So it's gonna be 2 videos. They super short, but I gotta make sure that you see it. So man, let's see here. Let's get this one. All right, man.
Bro, I actually watched the fight, bro. I actually watched the fight.
Watched it? All right, so
I watched it.
We're gonna be able to get his reaction. We're gonna show 2 videos, y'all. This is Charleston White boxing. This is Charleston White with Island Boy, one of the twins from Island Boy. So let's go.
Hilarious.
Can we just like crouch? Yep. Okay, come on, come on.
Wait, what? For sure, you can't see like some punches like wide punches. So the Island Boy, he's not that smart, but he should be doing a lot of.
Yeah, going the opposite. He knocked him. You knocked him off.
He knocked him. He's London.
Woo!
Oh, I love this, bro.
Oh, okay.
Oh! Don't kneel. He about to kneel. Don't kneel.
Oh, do not get DQ.
Hold him for about 15 seconds. Like he was ready to kneel.
Unk, you win it. Let's go.
Hey, Unk, you winning, bro.
We're tired of here.
No.
I'm tired, boy. Let's go. Come on. Oh.
Take your time, Unk. Nothing. I'm worried that his eye will pop out. Is that possible?
It could. I don't know what type of eye he got in there. It probably could.
He's tired, bro.
Your eyes are big.
This is where age comes in.
Yeah, age come in.
I did not know they were fighting, bro.
What, like his eye or the age?
Both. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm strong.
Oh, it seems like somebody jump on.
Yeah. You know, they're gonna.
Oh, he threw it out.
Oh yeah.
You're okay, Unk? It's okay. 1 minute.
At this point, I'll take my eyeball out and throw it at him.
How much they got paid for this?
You got this, Unk.
By the grip.
Okay.
Surprising, bro.
By the grip, bro.
I know he is, and he's 48 years old. Uh-oh. I don't like that.
He tired too.
I'm balanced.
He can't see out his. Oh!
Right.
Oh, it's posted up. Look at him.
Look at it.
30 seconds!
Come on,
Let's go up!
I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Give it up.
I'm tired.
He's giving up!
Ain't no timeout.
He's giving up! Ain't no timeout! Ain't no fucking timeout!
All right. As y'all see, we had good old Uncle Charleston up here today.
Charleston White, my boy.
What was your thoughts on this? You got to watch it, so you got to give us what was your thoughts about this?
That was Fort Worth finest out there. You understand me? Wanted to beat him. He wanted to knock him out. Wanted to try to be technical. He wanted to get in there, but boy, by the middle of that first round, boy, he was gasping for air. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, he was tired, bro. He was tired. But he 48 years old. He almost 50 years old, man. He don't do no but smoke weed and talk shit.
Man, all I thought about when I see those highlights, I said, y'all got to stop taking Charleston serious. All y'all real thugs out there. Y'all see that Charleston is just here to make content, dog.
Man, do you see? That's why that man keep taser guns. That man keep pistols and rifles and everything with him, man. That man ain't with that bumping, man. He 48 years old. That nigga 137 pounds. You understand me? He came out there with the South Side fade.
Yeah, he did.
That ball spot. Man, Charles was out there, man. Shit. Man, Charles was tired, but he was in the side, he was in the corner like that right here. And then they say after the fight, he raised his hand up. He say, "How you feel?" Like a young nigga.
I see they asked him what he was going to do after the fight. I see what they said he was going to do after the fight, man. He said he was going to go mess with them 304s. That's what he said. He going to mess with them.
Then at the end of the fight, it was a tussle with Dewberry and a couple of his cats.
Yeah, I see some of that.
Yeah, they were tussling at the end of the fight, and he was like, "Hey, anybody with a Charleston white shirt on, take your ass outside. Take that shit outside.
Don't mess up my money." He said, "Don't mess up my money.
Don't fuck up my money. Don't give a damn what you're talking about, dude. Go fuck up my money." That was Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross put that together. So you know that's a big money boy. So he, you know what I'm saying? He was streaming the entire time in like a cafe away from the fight. He was hanging out, man. That man was getting money, man.
Man, big shout out to Charleston, man. Big shout, hey, man.
That's right. Fort Worth finest, man. What's happening? Fort Worth, Texas.
48 years old, man. 48 years old, ain't afraid to get in there and shake that thing up. Y'all go look at them highlights of old Charleston White, man.
For real.
Charleston, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, man.
That was wild, bro.
I was like, we gotta watch this. I said, I ain't know, man. I wish I would have done it. I would have watched.
I put a short up. I promoted the fight. I was like, I put a short up and everything, man. Charleston came into the what's the name was like, man, I'm gonna whoop your ass. He went the hold on a second. Hold on.
You ain't ready to fight. You let a man walk up on you and do you like that. See you in the ring tomorrow.
Hey.
Charleston know how to make that money, man.
Yeah, he do, bro.
Know how to make that money, man.
I'm telling you, man. And then because he was with Aiden Ross before.
Yeah.
And they tried to try him on some more bullshit, and he dipped on the ad. You know what I'm saying? But they know he great for content, so they was like, man, we're gonna work something out. And then they just created, I don't know. I knew he had something going on with them funky ass Island boys anyway.
Oh, yeah. He been having beef with them for a minute. Yeah,
because he was picking at the man baby or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that just opened up another can of worms for them bringing up old pictures and showing that kid off. Boy, look at him, boy. You got to stop drinking. But that fetal alcohol syndrome is real.
Hey, y'all, we promise y'all that we're going to stay consistent with this thing. Last week, we brought you guys K. Michelle, Cam Newton. Hey, you know what? This week, we're going to be bringing you guys the Club Shay Shay and David Banner interview.
Great interview.
Look at that. Great interview. But you know what makes it even more greater? Because I think everybody forgot, because we're in the midst of a lot of nuances going on. We know that, you know, the war has ceasefire has happened for all y'all who was panicking. But anyway, that's another show another day. But with everything going on, we forgot that June is almost the end of June. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, man.
Yeah. Men's
Mental Health Awareness Month is this month. And this interview, in my opinion, was very fitting for the month, man. And the kind of before we get into it, man. Plug, what do you think we fell off yet when it comes to? Because I remember after the whole George Floyd thing and all that stuff that went on after the pandemic, people were real big on men's mental health, making sure you check in with your friends. What do you think happened to the check-in culture? Like, what happened? Like, what happened?
me and my circle, you know, so you included, you know what I'm saying? I check on y'all all the time, man, and my boys check on me as well. You know what I mean? Like these group chats are important, man. With the technology that we got today, man, like even, you know what I'm saying? Like I know people get busy with their kids and job and everyday life or whatnot, you know what I mean? But it's important, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like my friend circle is important, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never know what you boy going through. And you also got to learn how, you know, remember when we talked in one of our discussions, we was talking about how your woman need to learn to speak your woman language, and she need to learn to speak your language. Well, you also got to learn how to speak your partner language too, man. You gotta know how to, you know what I'm saying, to get in there and find out and make sure, you know, you just ain't settling for just him telling you, oh man, I'm straight. Oh man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what your homeboys, you know what I'm saying, tone sound like to be aware if he going through something, you know what I mean? And be able to help him get up out of that, man. But I think it's just it's a lot of, with the inflation and the economy, folks just been focusing on, you know what I'm saying, people was losing jobs and people been focusing on, you know, their household lately where, you know, they don't got time for the outside. You know what I mean? So, you know, with the mental health, you know what I'm saying, your circle, man, it ain't got to be 30 or 20 or 15. You know, you got one or two that's solid, man, that really truly care about you. But it also comes back to choose wisely and accordingly. And make sure you're choosing the right friend. You know what I mean? Like it's cool to find somebody to have fun with, but you also got to find somebody that's gonna give you some, you know what I'm saying, some 1-2s of how to do what it do out here in these streets. You know what I mean?
True, man. That is true, man. Like,
and you are a mental health counselor. I ain't got nobody better.
but like I tell people, man, like I shout out Plug, man. Like Plug has taught me like what friendship should look like. Cause like for those who don't know, like I did 20 years in the military, man, and like we get very used to coming and going, man. We go to one place, we're there for 2 to 3 years. You might find some guys that you really rock with, man, that you can call friends, but then when you leave, you just kind of go on to the next assignment and pick up new people, and it's like you pick up people and then you drop them off. But when you guys meet up, you get back to like it was day one. You know what I mean? But mental health is very, very important. Shout out to Cuz back. Shout out. So yeah, appreciate you. So today, man, we're gonna play as much as we can. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long. But I titled this the check-in, man. And I think David Banner did a very good job of pretty much making this interview a conversation. And I think we need more of that when it comes to interviews, man. I think he made it a good conversation. So we're gonna stop it when we see some topics that catch our attention, and we're gonna keep going from there, man. So we about to get it started here. Throw it up here, man. So we're gonna get it started, man. Club Shay Shay and David Banner.
How you doing?
Bro, I'm doing good. I woke up this morning. I was in my right mind. Blood was running warm in my veins. I had use of my limbs. I was able to put my feet on the floor. A lot of people had an appointment they couldn't reschedule.
What they say from where we from, we on this side of the dirt.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I wanted to say before we said anything, bro, is check in with you. Make a conscious decision.
Humpback.
Yep.
Right, here he is. Yours truly, David Banner.
Blessings. Shannon?
Yes.
How you doing?
Bro, I'm doing good.
Honestly.
Nah, you know what? I woke up this morning. I was in my right mind. Blood was running warm in my veins. I had use of my limbs. I was able to put my feet on the floor. Because a lot of people had an appointment they couldn't reschedule.
Yep. What they say from where we from, we on this side of the dirt.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I wanted to say before we said anything, bro, is check in with you.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to understand something, bro. When you decided that you were going to talk like you talk, be intelligent.
Yeah.
Make sure that you know everything. I watched how you researched. I watched how it meant something to you. Because I remember as an actor, you know, one of the first things they told me to do is to crush my Southern accent or I was going to be typecast.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that, bro.
Yeah.
And for you to decide, make a conscious decision that you want to speak like you, bro, and you brought them to you.
Yeah.
That meant a lot. And we have to be careful, bro. Sometimes we will allow them to turn our blessings into a jail cell.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's, you know, I watched when you talked about, bro, not having no running water in the crib, bro. People don't even understand where we come from and the environments that our grandparents lived and our mothers lived under, bro. You know, and for you to break generational curses, bro, I want you to understand that regardless of what they decide to try to do, bro, you own yourself.
I do.
You a made man.
All right, man. So as y'all gonna see that throughout this conversation, you got to give David Banner some time to land because he kind of gives almost like a story to almost ask the question every time. But he said some very important things there because what I noticed throughout this interview is that even Shannon's first answer was very controlled and programmed. Like it was very like he knew what he was gonna say. Like it was very quick. I got blood in my vein. Like it was so quick. It was very robotic. But then, as you see, David Banner kind of is going to start reiterating things. But how do you feel? With that being said, Plo, how do you feel about everything that's going on with Shannon? Because a lot of people don't know he's still fighting that fight, y'all. Like it ain't just because you don't see it in your airways, it's still going on, man. And I think it's taking, it's getting them.
I hope folks tune in and after y'all get done, you know, with us, I hope you slide over to Club Shay Shay and check out this interview because David Banner, real one. Man, he really did that man a service, man. He really did that man a service, man. If he ain't never had somebody in his circle or somebody in his circumference, like he got him one right there, boy. I see why, you know, hey, that man. This was good, bro. This was exactly what he needed, bro, because at the end of the day, you see him, man. Look at that stress in his face, man. Yeah. That I can see it behind you, bro. I can see it behind you. I see that stress in his face, man. And you know, sometimes, man, when you get up and you start getting money, you tend to separate yourself from people.
Yeah.
And then you don't know who to trust and this and that and the third. And it's like, bro, it ain't like they can't pull no pistol on you and pull nothing out your account, my nigga. You know what I mean? Like you out here, you know what I'm saying? Like it's tough, bro. It's tough, but it's not as tough as people try to make it to be. But I've never been, you know, 10, 15, 20 million strong. Yeah. So I can't relate. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, he needed this, man. Yeah. Because he did come out there thinking this was gonna be just a normal everyday Club Shay Shay interview.
Yeah, he did.
You thought it was gonna be one of them interviews you think you be doing what you do. And David Banner said, I got you, boy. This knockout right here is gonna be friendly. You got that brother, man.
I ask everybody who's viewing, be patient, man. It's a good interview, so you got to kind of let David Banner land because he gonna hit some topics that I definitely want us to talk about tonight, but we got to just let him land a little.
So, like, one of the things that I think that we do is we become so judgmental of each other.
We do.
And forget that we're human beings. Bro, I talked about recently, people were really interested in this conversation about how, and I'm not talking about whether he was right or wrong or not. That's not for me to judge. That's for God to judge. But like how media did Chris Brown when he was a child.
Right.
He was a kid. People forgot he wasn't even 21 at the time. And because we're so vested in these people's fame and their money, we forget what God say. We forget about being human beings, and we pray for forgiveness can I cuss, y'all? Every fucking day of our life. But we are the most judgmental people on this planet.
Right.
So, bro, like, I really, really wanted to know just how you doing.
I think the thing is, a lot of time it happens. What happens is that we ask for forgiveness, but we're the least forgiving, and I think that's the biggest issue right there.
All right, so we cooking. We cooking with some grease now.
Yeah,
so this
boy.
is something that I talk about all the time.
All the time.
African
All the
American.
time.
You know, I did a video on my channel about Jonathan Majors and old boy Chrisley.
Chrisley, yeah.
I tell everybody, man, African Americans, when something happens, we destroy each other. We don't allow nobody to breathe. We go right down your neck, and there's never any forgiveness, man. And then on the other side of the token, these people use they bad for content. Like they monetize their bad. Like I tell people all the time, like we go on apology tours, and rich people, white people go on content tours. They make all their money off of what you think is negative. I tell people all the time, and then he brought up a good point when he talked about Chris Brown. A lot of people don't talk about Chris Brown, man.
He went through a lot.
He went through a lot at a very, very young age too. That whole Rihanna thing, everything that happened with him, like
they still ain't. And I'm gonna tell you the craziest thing about it. The craziest thing about it is that ain't nobody brought them both to a platform to explain what happened. Because whenever your accolades are brought up, then they are, when you're a black man or a black woman, they're gonna bring up your faults as well. So they're gonna bring up that past. Yeah. But that's something that you just use to clear the air and be like, man, this is what happened. I was X years old. He was X years old. And this is what happened. This is what transpired. This is what happened. We was young. They happened over what, 10 years ago?
Man, longer than that.
15 years ago. And what happened in 2008?
He like in his 30s now, bro. Like,
man, this happened. This happened when, man, they was babies in the industry, man. They was young and wild. And if it was alcohol or drug infused, whatever the case may be, it was just a lot. And I can't even believe that they haven't came on. Like, ain't nobody brought them both on a platform because they both are super uber successful now.
Yeah.
And that's something that can be brought to the air just to clear the waves. You know what I mean? It's wild.
Man, that was back. It occurred in February the 8th, 2009.
2009. I was one off. That's crazy, man. That's a long time ago, bro.
Oh, yeah. April got it right there. She said 18, 19 years old. I think CB is 30. Yeah. Like, crazy. Like, when you think about it. And then, what's funny to me? And you can elaborate if you want on it, Plug. What's funny to me is that we will use everything about our past and our upbringing and our environment when it fits our argument, but nobody thinks about things like that. Like, we're not condoning men beating women or men hitting on women. Like, we understand the whole concept, but we don't know what Chris Brown seen growing up. Like, we never take the road like, man, it was his environment or it's systemic or it's generational. We only take that when we want that road to be what we want to endorse. And I wonder why people never took that road for Chris Brown. Who knows what he's growing up? Who knows?
And if a man was in his life, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got industry cats that talk about the industry. I told you, like, even when we was talking about quarterbacks and NBA players, like, it's like when they bring the black athlete in, they talking about character. Or the game of how to be the game or the character, but nobody really talks about, what I'm saying. Let me get you prepared for these women you about to run into. Let me get prepared. Let me tell you what happens when you're a celebrity and you dating a celebrity. Like, nobody gives that, man, because everybody, the ones that have redemption, is focusing on their lane.
Yeah,
and the ones that that's still going through it, they like Shannon. They over here, they hush about it. They ain't bringing it to the forefront. Even during this interview, he didn't want to bring it up. You know what I mean?
Even with Shannon too, man. Like, the first thing people brought up was the age gap.
Yep.
He dating these younger. Like, everybody went to criticize his choices.
Yeah.
That trying to protect them or see, you know, the other side of the story. Everybody went straight to, he too young for that. He shouldn't be messing with these young girls. You know, he mess with white girls. He do this. And like,
Yeah.
it's like, why does all that matter? Why don't we protect our own?
Yeah, and be like, what? Like, hey man, what we gonna, until all the facts come out, come out, this is all allegations.
Yeah.
Even the court of law says, as of right now, these are allegations, allegedly, and they say there's no guilt, or there's no innocence. We are strictly in this gray area until the facts come out.
And I think the Black community doesn't understand how powerful their voice is. Like I tell people, y'all don't know, y'all voices play judge and jury for a lot of cases.
Yeah,
there's some people who get found guilty just off the strength of what everybody's saying online, whatever that happened. Like, your voices are more powerful than you think.
You better believe it.
Yeah,
better believe it. Fact, bro.
And we don't forgive ourselves.
No. We and sometimes we end up putting ourselves in jail for perpetuity, even though at the smallest mistakes, realizing that at the end of the day we're human and we're going to err.
Yeah.
But I think the thing for me is that I do realize how fortunate I am. I do realize how blessed that I am, and I do realize where I came from and how long it took me to get here. And I'm very thankful. I'm very appreciative of the people, because a lot of people had to sacrifice in order for Shannon to be where Shannon is, and I never forgot that.
You know what I think that your followers should do right now? And I think they should sit back and be honored and blessed that this much chocolate is on their camera right now. Just look and take this in right now. Because Shannon, I'm in that gym, not quite as much as you are. I'm in that junk, dog.
Yeah. I see you. That's what Jordan, my social media guy, my picture guy, he was like, man, okay, I see you been in the gym hitting them shoulders, huh?
Bro, let me tell you something, dog, man. I'm so thankful, bro. You had Ali Sadiq on here.
Yeah.
That's one of my partners, bro.
Yeah, he's amazing, bro.
Matter of fact, I saw it shocked you when you asked him a question and he said David Banner.
Yeah.
And you was like, oh, like Ali was one of the people that taught me, man, that if we really about what we say we are about spiritually, we make some people uncomfortable.
Right.
There's certain spaces that are not for us. And sometimes we have to be careful. I had to learn this, bro. I just came out like a major depression, bro. And I can't say what God was trying to show me, man, but I think God was trying to tell me that even the things that I think are good still don't come before him, her, or it.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I thought fighting for Black people, I thought being a good person, I thought all of those things. Even think about David in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know that Psalms is a song. Verses from a song. And that as much as people talk about it, if you took away the fact that God said that was his man, if you look at David, he was a gangster rapper. No, really, I'm serious. And the only reason why Christians hoop and holler about David is because God said that's my man. But if you took that away,
right,
you would treat him like you used to treat David Banner and how they trying to treat you. So just as men, bro, like regardless, it ain't my place, bro. But I wanted to do a check on you.
Good.
So let's kind of talk about that, Plug. How you feel about the Black society, or those that are called themselves Christians, being some of the biggest judgmental people? You know what I mean?
I think because we live in so much turmoil, trauma, pain, and just the way it is that we expect for people who make it above us, or what we feel is above us, or out of the situation that they are, that you have to act accordingly. And most people do the first thing they'll do is say, boy, if that was me, I wouldn't have did it like that. You know what I mean? But you never know. You never know what you would do. That's why even when I said that, I say, oh man, I don't know how. Yeah, man, you got to act like that. You know what I mean? But just because, you know, you done made you 60, 70, 80, maybe 100,000 this year or next year, whatever the case may be, You don't know how to act when you got 10, 15, 20 million. You know what I mean? So when somebody comes into that lane, you never know how to react and how to respond. You know, your parents can't even prepare you for that. When that'd be one of the first things. You know what I mean? Or classic.
What's up, class? We talking about we just reviewing the David Banner Club Shay Shay interview. We just doing probably about the first 30 minutes. We're gonna break it down this week. Right now we on the topic of that church talk, how the black community judges people, and a lot of time it's those who call themselves Christians. It's funny to me because I think they talk about it on here, but you hear a lot of people who talk about the slave Bible and things of that nature. I'm starting to hear that a lot on interviews, people talking about the type of word that was able for the African Americans to read back in their time. But I also feel that churches are becoming more and more like society. I tell people that all the time. That's why I was glad that I retired when I retired from the military. I remember coming in 2004. You knew when somebody was in the military. You can walk around military people today and not be able to separate them from civilians. And I feel like that's when things become an issue, is when you can't separate the two. When church starts feeling like your work, like your job, when you feel like people backstabbing you, talking noise about you, hey, we gotta work on that. We gotta fix that. So, but I agree with them when it comes to that. Those are the most judgmental people when it comes to that. So it's something to think about, man. Something to think about.
It really is, bro. It really is, bro. It really is.
Most people don't, right? And most people really don't care, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
bro, to everything that you've accomplished, all that you're doing, and what you'll continue to accomplish.
Thank you, G.
God bless you.
Bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Thank you for having me in your space, bro.
Thanks for coming. How have you been?
Bro, I'm better than I ever been in my life, bro. To be honest with you, man. It's so funny, man, because the kid.
It's just an old school thing. I don't know if I was talking when I was younger, just way younger. I noticed that he didn't take that shot at the same time. I know you keep eye contact. You also don't toast cheers with spirits with non-spirits. With liquors of spirit, or with a beer, whatever the case, you don't do that. Oh no, I just noticed that he didn't take that drink at the same time, and that just, excuse me, just be little things that I, little unwritten laws that I done picked up, on my journey, and I noticed that I don't know if he waited. It was intentional. I don't think it was intentional at all, but I just know that's just a little something I had caught. If anybody, anybody in the chat know those rules or whatever, I've been taught those rules, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain little things I pick up on. I pick up body language and all that type of stuff.
Try to call me OG. and I'm serious, bro. With the exception of speed, I'm stronger than I ever been.
Right.
I'm smarter, wiser, jamming, rapping better than I ever had. I'm definitely a better actor. And what people don't understand is my life is just starting. Bro, look at what you were able to accrue after football.
Yes.
And think about this, bro. Like, sometimes the things that we thought that we wanted, God didn't give it to us because he knew it would be a nightmare.
Correct.
Bro, you've done so much more after football.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm doing so much more. Like, once it catches up what I'm doing right now, bro, I didn't even dream it, bro.
Right. No, I definitely didn't see this aspect of my life.
Bro. Like, I'm about to be a superhero, bro.
Right.
I play a god in a movie that's about to come out, bro. And that's the reason why now, man, I've stopped asking why. And I ask what? Like, what is it for? Like, what is it for? It's a reason. Because I know I'm chosen. So if I'm chosen, bro, like, we got to stop doubting. Like there's a reason for everything that we ever gone through, bro. You know, when you get in that gym, bro, that rep don't start until you feel the pain. So when you feel the pain, okay, now it's time to really get to work. So now you got to get back to work because it was getting easy for you. Yeah. I know how it is. We get spoiled. We spoil children, bro. So it started getting easy. Now, okay, I'm back where I'm comfortable.
All right. So I know for a lot of y'all are listening to David Banner. Y'all think he's really talking about the gym. What he's trying to do is analogize what Shannon Sharpe is currently going through.
My boy.
Which that's why I said it's very important. That's why I think it's very important for men.
Was like we watched this thing together, boy.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't understand that. Like men don't always talk. He's trying to protect Shannon. First of all, he's trying to protect him.
And it ain't a parable. And it ain't a parable. He's analyzing. He's making analogies.
Yeah, like for him to say about things were getting easy for you, meaning that hey, you got that Cat Williams interview,
and you got you took off.
You shot off the roof.
Yeah.
And everything started coming easy to you. Now you promoting sex pills and like you're starting to do all these things
that led you to this.
God say, you know what, son, you moving a little too fast and you making some decisions I'm not happy with. So they pumping his brakes, and now he's going back through isolation. I tell people, isolation is one of the best forms of therapy. If you want to find out who you are, what you made of, do it alone.
I'm a little different. I like to sit in that fire.
I tell you, like
instead of like I don't want to suppress nothing no more.
Yeah,
like I want to go through it. Like if I'm hurt, I want to go through it. And yeah, I know. I believe you, Classic. I believe it. I'm one of them. I'm unpopular opinion. I'm unpopular opinion. I'd rather go through that fire. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, I like to vent. I like to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And get it at me instead of trying to go like deal with it myself. I'd rather talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you went through it with me one time. I had to take, man, went on a whole 45-minute walk, and I was talking, man, just you know what I mean? Like it depends on who's on the other end of that interaction, though, brother.
Yeah. For me, a lot of my greatest accomplishments were in isolation. Like I remember in 2020 when the whole pandemic hit, man, that's when I first started my running journey. Like I did everything on my own. I'm running 26 miles by myself in DC, but it was like some of the greatest moments of my life. Like some of the greatest achievements went through isolation. Like when I was deployed, you know, when I reestablished my relationship with God, like it was through isolation. Like everything for me, some of my greatest moments came through isolation. And I always tell myself that when I start back doing things, I don't need nobody to start with me. I don't need that's why I like to just do things and I just have to do it, because I kind of understand what Clax is saying, that even if the human is a solid human, they can still interrupt your peace. Because everybody won't see it the way you see it. You see what I mean? Like even with you, when you did your 75 hard, you never stopped your interaction with people. You just kind of came in. You didn't say, "Oh, don't drink because I ain't drinking." And so you're different. But most people, they change the whole environment.
Man, you know, when I used to smoke heavy. You know what I mean? Like I used to smoke heavy, and when I couldn't smoke no more, you know. When I couldn't smoke no more, it was like, even the one that, oh man, you you can't smoke, you don't want me to smoke. I'm like, man, I ain't got, bro. You know what I mean? When I stopped drinking, it was like, you don't want me, man, I don't, man, when I'm sick, bro, I'm sick. You know what I mean? If I'm grieving, man, let me grieve. I'm gonna grieve. You know what I mean? Like if I gotta shed them and you right here, boy, I'm finna shed them. I'm finna let them out, man. You gotta see, you got to know your people, man. And I can't get to know you if you isolated. I'm talking about just, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you, man, I thrive on friendship. I thrive on relationships. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know what you're feeling. Man, let it out so we can work it out together. You know what I'm saying?
Classic said, becoming comfortable in isolation is a catch-22 because people disrupt your peace. I know you can. I know you can. I'm assuming he's saying, I know you can be good alone. Damn near at the best. You're at your best alone. Yeah,
Okay.
but I always tell people that, man. I feel like isolation just does something for you. I mean, even for those people who are spiritual or believe in God, you think about everybody who was somebody important. They all went through a form of isolation. You know what I mean? You got to think about Elijah. You got to think about those people. You got to think about Jesus himself. Everybody. I feel isolation is where you build your foundation. He said, you know, you can be good. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You good. You good. We got you.
If I could be in a prayer circle, joining hands, and somebody could be leading prayer, and I'll be in my own prayer. You know what I'm saying? I could be in the midst of, you know what I mean? Like the whole time while we was at, you know what I'm saying, at the spot at the Velvet Taco, and we was all out there. And even when y'all was, you know what I'm saying, talking and giving me that information, I was receiving it and at the same time praying on it. I was praying on it at the same time y'all were talking to me because I really wanted it to work. You know what I'm saying? So I can isolate myself in the midst of others and still be like,
I see that.
And say, boom. I say, man, because I don't want to negate any information that's coming to me that I know that can help. And I know that I choose wisely and act accordingly with the people that I have around me. So I could be like, even though it was wild stuff, our boy was saying, he was saying it's a wild stuff. I still find the method in the madness. I don't know what it is, some discernment the way I can like find the method in the madness. You know, I don't know what it is. Like, you know, I get how the normality of the mind works and the abnormality of the mind, how it works. And I can be like, I feel what you're saying, bro. I see what you're trying to say.
Because
there ain't number two things in life you can't justify, bro. That's a lie, some bullshit.
That's very true. He said, bro, I travel alone at least once a year. I need time to myself. Can't do without it. Hey, trust me, I know. And you know what? I'm gonna say something. If we got any ladies in the chat, I want y'all to think about this, because I think we look at isolation, you know, as one person, but I think that's why a lot of relationships don't last, because couples don't isolate themselves enough.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of times couples don't, because once you isolate yourself and y'all develop that friendship, you're now insulated with each other. You don't need an outside force to make you feel like your decisions you made were good. You know, you can always reach out to people to get more clarity and stuff like that. But I feel like more people will have successful relationships if they isolated in their relationships.
Or you could be alone together.
Yep, hey, that too.
You could be alone together, man.
Oh, Classic said I work with David Banner on Empire. He real person. It's not for the I heard.
Yeah, you could tell, bro. Like if you didn't know Banner before now, you could tell during this interview he a real one.
Did y'all see his first interview he did when he kind of came out of isolation? He was on a female's show. He talks about that. He talks about that, like, once he came out of there, he knew he had to live his life this way and be like very vocal and very, because he said he used to suppress a lot of information. It's too late for Shannon Sharpe. He already compromised. He went through the door.
Come on, Classic, man. Hey,
too late.
Boy, you don't spare nothing. Savagery, man. Savage Classic.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like, I don't know, man. I think David Banner might be trying to give him a leg up, man. I think it's more to these things when this stuff happens. When I think it's more behind the scenes than people think when stuff like this happens. And that's why I want to break down these codes, because like he's speaking to him in a certain manner. And a lot of people will let things go over their head. You think he talking about the gym, and he ain't talking about all that. It's too late, bro.
But you feel what I'm saying? I'm comfortable. I'm built for this, bro. And so, man, like, I'm so fortunate, man, because bro, the stuff that I'm doing now, man, like it I don't want to say it scares me because I knew it, I saw it, but it's like, bro, I'm from Mississippi.
Yeah.
And God placed me in that place for a reason, to be able to rep in a way, bro, that Farrakhan once told me one time, bro, it shook me, man. He said that if you can put any type of dent in racism, being from Mississippi, you can be a beacon of hope for people and places. And I'm paraphrasing. It's hard to speak for a man that powerful. But everything is starting to make sense to me. And I think it'll start making sense to you in a minute, bro.
Yeah. You mentioned you're from Jackson, Mississippi.
Yes.
Now, Jackson, Mississippi is not New York, it's not Chicago, it's not LA, it's not one of those big cities. So it's interesting. I would like to hear, what was
Did y'all not catch that? I don't know if Shannon is purposely just trying to like overlook what David Banner is telling him.
Because he don't want to face it.
He don't want to deal with it.
He don't want to face it. That's why he keep working, bro. He do nightcap every night. He does nightcap every night, bro. He doesn't want to stop working. He's trying to suppress it, bro. Man, stop, man. Man, stop it, man. Classic, man. He carries a person, a poodle. Man, stop, man. Man, you know something, bro. And I'm gonna, and I've always been the advocate for Shannon Sharpe. I always been an advocate for him. You know what I'm saying? Even when they was talking about his britches and them tight clothes, whatever the case may be. You know, man, when you get older and you tend to you tend to let a lot of the macho go. The machismo, as they call it. The machismo, they started to let it go. You know what I mean? He you know what I'm saying? He got daughters, man. You know what I mean? So he a girl dad. You know what I mean? Like all that time that he missed with his babies, he's spending time with his babies. If he is on that tip, that part of it ain't came out yet. You know what I mean? They tried to throw some stuff on him or whatever. He tried to get out from up on it. I think that this man, man, what's wrong with Savage Classic, man?
You know what I think it is, and man, I don't want to talk about it too soon. I know we're supposed to talk. I guess I could bring it up. Did you watch that Kurt Franklin yet?
I caught pieces. I ain't finished it.
I think sometimes we don't understand what life would look like when you get to a certain like financial tier.
Yeah.
Because like I was listening to those guys talk at that table, and it all seems fake to me.
Yeah.
Not saying it is fake,
yeah,
but sometimes I feel like some of these people develop this maturity because of their riches, not because of their mature. Like they know what you know what I mean.
I'll give you a perfect example. Gerald McCoy was our defensive tackle.
Yeah.
And Gerald McCoy was the face of our defense for a while. But when he got that contract, he started coming in. Now he's styling his hair. Now he's just coming in and he's talking to the cameras. He's so peaceful. He's just talking. But me not being mature enough at the time, thinking like, man, come on, man. Don't be doing that, dog. You the face of our defense, but you gonna be ferocious, man. You know our Tampa Bay defense of the past. You ain't Warren Sapp. You ain't such and such. You ain't this. And I'm not thinking that, man, I gotta turn this on and turn this off. I gotta be able to turn this ferocious monster off. Or if not, I carry it on the outside or the field, and I'm outside of myself. You know what I'm saying? So he said, I just came back from a journey. You know what I'm saying? In the off season, I was trying to get spiritually aligned and this and that and the third. And I ain't recognized that until after he was gone. And then I think he went to y'all, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah.
And then and I was like, dang, man, I miss Gerald McCoy, man. He was a beast on that defense. And I had to go back and I was watching some old interviews and I was like, oh man, he was on a spiritual journey, man. He was trying to be a better man.
Yeah.
I've been a football player all my life. That's all I know. Now I'm trying to be a better man. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of things how I used to be.
Yeah.
I just had this discussion today. You know what I mean? And was like, man, if I go back the way I was, boy, it'd be a lot of things different. It'd be a lot of things different, boy. If I was going about it the way I used to go about it, if I was the plug I used to be, you know what I mean? But I'm like, do I want to stop this journey I'm on right now of this growth and development? Do I really want to stop this growth and development and reflect and revert back to who I used to be? Nah, I ain't doing that. I can't. I got too much to lose. And when they think I'm saying too much to lose, they talking about no, it ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm talking about me. Yeah. So sometimes you have to tell. You've been aggressive so long on this side that you gotta tap in to the sensitive side or the mature side of your life. You know what I mean? Because if not, you'll be still. That means you still dealing with them demons. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's got to be some growth in there somewhere. Now, the lifestyle in which you live, if I was in the country, you know what I'm saying? It would be, you know what I'm saying, out here hunting and fishing and trapping and all this right here. But when I do step in, I'm saying I'm on the California side, not saying that I would or would not do it. It's just not in my character to be walking around like my dog say with a poodle and a purse. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, when in Rome, you know what I mean? But I gotta be, you know, some people don't find out they don't know who they are before the fame and the glory, before they find out who they are after the fame and glory.
And then I think too, we're gonna get to these comments in just a second, but like I always tell people too, like for me, like I tell people, everybody got their own style, everybody got their own fashion, everybody got their own swag, whatever you want to call it. Like to me, you got to get to know the character of the person. You know what I mean? I think some of Shannon's stuff, it's a little out there because he's such a big dude. But then you turn around and you watch somebody like Shay, you know, Gilgeous-Alexander from OKC. He wearing Coach purses and all types of stuff. You know what I mean? He wearing a lot of what you would call more feminine clothing, but you don't hear nobody criticizing him. You know what I mean? And we all know he married, got a wife, got a child. So I just think it all depends, man. Let's read a couple of these before we get to it. But Classic said, if you want to make a certain amount of money in any form of entertainment, you're going to get faced with a choice. I've been in the industry a long time. Oh, yeah. I heard video. Yeah. I heard it's actually a dude that Jason Whitlock's show, and he talks about that stuff, man.
I believe it.
David Banner would never touch
money because he has integrity. Shay Shay gonna touch half a Billy.
I think he went through that door. But I think again, that's all about what you feel money is. I feel David Banner has probably touched same amount of money Shay has. You know what I mean? Oh, rich. I mean,
especially with the production and scores. Like he done movie scores, TV scores, production. That's where the money at in music. These dudes are all actors, measure entertainment by their gluttonous ways. I believe it. It's definitely that. It's definitely that.
If they grow up too much and speak too loud, they will be turned. That's true.
That's true, bro.
Nah. Straight man alive.
Ain't a straight man alive that wants a wedge all day. You stupid. hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, the craziest thing that Banner touch on that, bro. Shay touching more chicken for sure, y'all. Y'all. Yeah, but Banner touch on this in the interview where he said like he been the hunter the whole time, and now that he's sexy, he said I'm sexy, and now these women are approaching me. You know what I'm saying? He said I ain't used to that. I'm like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere you go, you know what I'm saying? Like when he come out them suits, like people are seeing him, like the women are seeing him at Fox Network, the women are seeing him at CBS, the women are seeing him in these suits, and he's dapper. He's a Southern gentleman. He's doing his thing. And now, you know what I mean? Like I think that the things that he had to do to make that show pop, like come out with the Henny, and come out with the black and mild. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to try to draw that crowd into Fox. You know what I mean? I think that him trying to do it has materialized. I enjoy watching him enjoy his prime. Every man deserves a prime.
I agree.
I agree too. And it's like I think the things that he had to do kind of open the door, and the things that he had to do to make his show pop open the door into a lane that he couldn't fathom, because it's a lot of things that's going on in this day and age that he could have did back then before the cameras and the spotlight, social media and all that there, that would have been swept up under the rug here. Shannon just clowning that get this one still picture and hits a million people.
But what Shannon discovered is something I've been preaching this whole time I've been on making content. You can't make niggas happy.
Nah.
We are the only culture that's gonna judge you if you wear tight clothes, loose clothes. Like we just a judgmental culture. Like I always tell people, man, I think we are the true culture vultures. Like we eat each other. It don't. I tell people, I don't care what you wear, bro. That's your style. I don't care who you sleeping with. I don't care about none of that.
We ain't what you say. We ain't the clothes police.
What I ain't the clothes.
What you want to wear?
I tell people this: I'm gonna judge you by how you treat others, dog. I'm gonna judge you on how you treat others.
You my dog.
I'm not judging you if you got a man bag. I don't care about none of that, because I tell you, I got some man bags that cost more than some of y'all can afford.
You my dog.
So I tell people all the time, like, I'm all about how you treat other people. Like that's the biggest thing for me. You know what I mean? And I think Shannon went into that unk mode and wanted to praise LeBron. He did that because he wanted to gain the love of the African American community, which he did. Because if you think about people, a lot of people don't follow Jason Whitlock, but if you follow Jason Whitlock told everybody about Shannon Sharpe before we discovered about Shannon Sharpe. He talked about how Shannon Sharpe was all into, white women and the white culture, and he said you'll never catch a black woman on his arm. And so now Shannon's, all those worlds are coming together. You know what I mean? And he's learning that it doesn't matter what I do. I could be Unk, or I can be Club Shay Shay or Shant. It don't matter what I do. I'm gonna be judged either way. So now he got to find out who, when he's gonna be himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you, class. I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah.
I ain't taking no picture with you, champ. For the next scale to come out, but they not gonna have him in a flick.
I mean, a flick with. That boy, that's wild. Man. Hey, class. I have to put it back. I do, bro. I am. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the friend circle, it's very eclectic. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a whole bunch of Spanish dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of Spanish, a lot of Puerto Rican cats in that circle, bro. I got a lot of Puerto Rican cats. You know what I'm saying? And man, Jay, you ain't lying, bro. Jay-Z is Jay-Z, because he stay out the limelight. You see, he only do interviews like that no more.
That's what I was saying. Jay-Z doesn't have a voice.
No.
Jay-Z voice is his music that people loved. That's his voice.
And the moves that he made.
Yeah, like that's it. Like, and we
I don't exalt him, bro.
Hey, classy, you talk about people entering that room, going through that door. We know these two went through that door.
Bro,
yeah. Hey, them two.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I hold my boy, who my one of my best friends in life, man. My running mate, my daddy, man. That's, you know what I mean. I value my heavenly father's relationship just as much as my earthly father's relationship. You know what I'm saying? And we both hold our heavenly father very high, man. You know what I mean? I know, these celebrities, bro. They ain't number. They just like me and you with some bread, bro.
But
that's it.
but he named me some good ones. But I tell people, man, you go watch documentaries on these people and go watch their circle though. Go watch their circle. I remember, see, when I was recruiting in Ohio, I remember Wiz Khalifa concert in Pittsburgh. Wiz Khalifa ain't hanging around a bunch of niggas either. That like people don't want to grasp that, like, these people who don't get a lot of hate, they don't really hang around a lot of us. Outside of you seeing Jay-Z at that dinner he throws every year, he's normally not around his people. Like, like you like a lot of people, like I tell people that, like, these people don't get hate. He said, I agree, black folks do talk a lot of ish, but you can't get on you're right. Yeah. But I tell you, a lot of these people, man, they hang with people who don't look like us.
Yeah.
That's why they don't get hate, because those people who don't look like us, they're in the rooms that matter, that actually talk about us. And that's what people got to understand is, like, you know, we got some gatekeepers too. You know what I mean? So, well, yeah.
All around the board.
Yeah. Got some
all around the board.
You know what I mean? So,
your upbringing, where you like, I mean, I know Jackson is the capital, and so were you on a farm? Were you in the rural area? What was David Banner's childhood like?
So this is the craziest thing, bro. I always wanted to be a city boy my whole life. And then I moved
from Jackson, Mississippi, huh?
Then I moved to the city and was like, no, we had it already.
Okay.
Dog, that love, that good food, that space. But I realized, man, that I had already been blessed. And that's the reason why it's important for you to have purpose in life. Because sometimes God has already blessed you. I spoke at the Waymakers conference, and I was telling the young kid, like, we had walked by, and I could tell he didn't know who we were because he was so young. I was like, come here, bro. I said, bro, you don't know you don't never know who you're talking to. Be kind to everyone.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what us being from the country, Georgia and Mississippi, taught us, bro. Like, the real truth is, before conventional religion, we believe that God is in everything. Even if you go hunt, you gotta pray.
Did you hear what he said?
Hell yeah.
Hey,
he tried to get him off the thing. He slid him right back in there, bro. He's like, I bet he told whoever he talked to before he went on this interview, he said, I don't care what he tried to do. I don't care how he tried to run. Boy, I'm going to grab him by them leg. Boy, he finna get him whooping today.
Hey.
He said, y'all ain't big enough to hold him down. That's a big joker. But guess what? I'm going to hold him down today. I bet you I'm going to hold him down today. But he was in his chest today. Boy, I'm telling you, he was plucking chest hairs with tweezers today. He was on him, but he was on him today. I don't know if anybody paying attention or paid attention to this interview, bro, but bro, cooking.
Pray over that body before you kill it, before you eat it. And I think money has blinded us to those things that our grandparents taught us, bro. Like I remember seeing that in you, bro, when you first started, bro. It was of course there was competitiveness because that was your job, bro. They build these almost mechanical machines and try to act like that doesn't bleed over into real life, and they know better than that.
Correct.
That's why so many football players have problems after the game, because they don't know where to put that, because you're warriors, right? So, like, for me, being from Mississippi, man, I grew up, man, rap actually changed my life. Like, Jackson was real loud, the murder capital of the United States. Bro, when stuff was hard for me, bro, that was why my friends didn't understand. I didn't listen to the same kind of music other people listen to. Imagine being in Mississippi. I would roll up to the club playing The Price is Right. That was like, that Negro crazy.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to escape. And so what football did for you, like music did for me. But the problem was with me is, like, once I made it, I realized it wasn't what we thought it was. Like, all that.
He cooking, man.
He cooking, bro.
He cooking, dog. He cooking,
serious, bro. Like,
he cooking. He only 13 minutes in and he's cooking, man. Like,
I'm cooking heavy, man.
And he telling Shannon, like, hey, I remember who you were when you first started.
Yeah.
You were just that tight end trying to get yourself out of that HBCU, get to the pros. You know what I mean? Like, people see the real you, and then people see your change, man. Like people, they seen this change and it caught up with them, bro. And David Banner trying to let them know, like, hey, man,
bro, turn around. Look at that picture. Look at that picture. Look at it.
Oh yeah, he beaten, man. He beaten,
bro. That ain't even the same cat, man. He ain't even eating the same, bro. That's stress.
Yeah,
that's stress, bro. That's stress, bro. Man, that ain't even, man, it ain't even worth it, dog. If that's what it takes for me to have that, bro, y'all can keep that shit, bro. Keep that shit from around me, man. You understand me? Like I'm not. You ain't strong enough. You ain't strong enough, man, to take this piece, man. I will have to genuinely allow you to take this from me, man.
Yeah.
And you ain't strong enough. You don't hold enough weight. You know what I'm saying? The people that's in my life, man.
Hey, nah, it ain't a white woman that got him in that jam. He got himself in
that jam, bro.
Race don't get you in the jam. Your character gets you in jams.
Man, Snowboy.
You know what? You know what, Classic? They might got him in the jam, but the black people are pushing them back into the avalanche.
Man, look,
I
gotta stand with him, bro, because I can't. What happened to Kelly? What he did, or the alleging that he did, well, he's convicted now, but at the same time, bro, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. It's like, man, the court of popular opinion, damn you, bro. You know what I mean? Like they could come out and say some, yeah, and straight like that. Straight like Jim. You right. You right. For real. Because like you I would know better, man. It's like, how can you get so far gone? But it can happen to anybody, man, making mistakes like that, dog.
Why I feel isolation is the best move.
But he working though.
Who?
He working 2 shows right now, man.
He doing that because he trying to pay off that debt.
They can say whatever they want to say about Stephen A. It ain't been number one scandal that was up for like, I think it lasted probably about 3 months.
Which one?
And that was that Jalen Rose and him and Molly.
Yeah.
Like that came and as fast as it went.
Yeah.
Didn't nobody get fired but Jalen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think anybody that had something when they did them big fires at ESPN, anybody had anything to do with this right here, dealing with this cog that's in this machine, which is Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, it's a partner. Everybody got a partner. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, they know who bring that bread in.
He said he has the body of E.T. I swear I'll go say
they know how to move. At the end of the day, he know how to move.
There's way too much of this going on to not be aware of. That's very
But he green. You see how he keep bringing up that Mississippi backcountry. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like he take about that Jackson, Mississippi, and that backcountry. You don't know no better. You don't know how these city slickers move. Like he said, I'm from the country, but I always wanted to be in the city. But then I realized that we had everything: the good food, the music, the people, the love. Yeah, it's like that.
But think about it, Plug. What does that remind you of? Everything you've seen on Sinners.
Yeah.
That's what I remember when we were talking at the restaurant. I was saying, like, like they came back because they went to Chicago thinking it was going to be another way.
It's going to be a better way, but nah, man, they got something else.
Yeah, but they took what they learned and then put it on their own people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, that's why I said, man, like, it's so we have to hold ourselves accountable, man. It comes down, like Jen said, it comes down to discipline. It comes your care. I tell people, man,
That's what that's what they was known for. They was known for the violence, and they was known for getting money.
He said his scandal proof.
Scandal proof.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, man, like this stuff is deep. That's why I said, man, like character, man.
I'm gonna enjoy. Like I knew I was gonna enjoy covering this. I was gonna enjoy covering this because like it was a real good interview, bro. It was a real good interview, bro. I really enjoyed this one because he needed that. I want to see him bounce back from it. You know what I mean? Like if he doesn't bounce back, he ain't on national TV no more, whatever the case may be. It ain't gonna phase me. You know what I mean?
But I think that's the issue. That's what's gonna catch my attention is that why do we throw in the towel on our people? Stephen A should not let that go down. Even if he's guilty or not, that dude needs to stay on. Like, we need to learn to separate the mistake from the talent.
Yeah.
Shannon is great on TV. He's great at what he does. Let the man do his job.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's Disney, bro.
We don't care about nothing else once you make a mistake in our community. You make a mistake, you lose your job, your life, your career, your name, everything.
He could still be on TV with these allegations. It ain't gonna phase. It is not gonna phase me either way. If he own or he ain't, it ain't gonna phase me. But it's not gonna stop me from watching Nightcap. It ain't gonna stop me from watching, whatever episode I want to watch at Club Shay Shay.
But I don't see it. I don't see if he doesn't make it back to ESPN. I don't think you'll see no more Club Shay Shay.
What's up, Law? What's up, Law? He said, "R. Kelly." Yeah, man. We was talking about Kelly, saying, hey, it's like it ain't gonna stop me from. I still bump Kelly when I get ready.
Yeah,
man, and I don't care how somebody may feel about it. I don't really care, bro. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So what, man? Hey, look, Kelly made wonderful music, and that's what I listen to. Wonderful music. I don't listen to no boo-boo. Ain't no boo-boo in my tape deck. You know what I'm saying? And now I listen to Kelly. You know what I'm saying? What he got going on is unfortunate.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
We got like 10 more minutes. Anybody got any questions? We're gonna stop it right there with the David Banner interview. Like we said, we're gonna be chopping this up all week, man. We got Grown Folks Business on Wednesday night. Make sure you tap in. Grown Folks Business, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We got some good topics. We're gonna talk about a little bit of everything this Wednesday, not just relationship. We're gonna start off with a good icebreaker that I'm sure gonna make some people upset.
We bringing classic. Is what's the name, brother, coming by?
I sent it to him. I sent it to him, David.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah. Dave and D gonna be there, right?
Yeah, it should be.
What about Tam? Tam coming in?
Hoping everybody. I send it out.
All right. We bringing classic up.
If he want to come up here, he always.
You saw that smile, didn't you? Bring it on up there, man. Bring King Classic up there, man. Bring King Classic up there, man. You know what I'm saying?
But any questions, man, for anybody watching? We appreciate everybody who's viewing in, everybody who takes the time to put something in the chat, man. We appreciate it. Make sure you continue to support the channels, man. You got Uncle Plug TV, you got my channel, Souls of Thought. Support us, man. You got Classic Codes. Hey, go support the channels, man. Like I always say, man, small creators, man. We need y'all to keep going, to keep this thing booming. Any questions from the anybody in the comments? It could be anything. I know.
I want to say thank you for these last 24 hours. These last 24 hours, y'all really been tapping in with your boy. It's been crazy, man. But I get it. I get it, and I'm chilling, man. I'm loving this content, especially what me and my boy doing right now. And I love when folks like Cole come up, April come back, and and Jen tap in and all the other people that be viewing whatever, man. I love that, man. I can't wait to see our interaction on, especially tomorrow and on Wednesday. Because like grown folk business, man, trust me, man. Grown folk business, man. I know I be watching other platforms and I get it. You know what I mean? And I just like tapping in. I just like tapping in on real topics.
Yeah.
On with real people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real topics on real people. So, you know, whoever tapping in, man, I want you to get the best out of this content for real. Yeah.
I always tell people, man, think about it like this. Everything that's now a production once started as a strip. Remember that. Like everything you see that look good on social media, it looks good because they were able to somebody seen that they were good. They made what they needed to do, and they made it into a production.
Hey, put my beautiful up there. Put my beautiful up there. Hey, baby. You know, you see how you just made me smile. You just warm my heart. You put a blanket on my heart, a quilt on my heart. That's my baby right there. That's my baby right there. You know who that is, Wayne? That's my baby. Hey, sis, I appreciate you for tuning in, man. That's my baby sister, or one of my baby sisters. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in, sis. How you doing, boo boo? Kiss my niece and nephews, man. Hey.
We're gonna be doing this, man. I think our next one we're gonna chop up too. After that is gonna be probably that Kurt Franklin and them at the dinner. Was it Take Kings at the table?
Dinner Kings.
Yeah, so whatever they call it.
It's Dinner King. I gotta tap into that this evening. Yes, sis. I love you too, baby. Hey, watch that whole interview, man. David Banner really cooked. He really cooked on that, sis. He really did. He really cooked on that. And that Dinner Kings, I'm gonna tap into it this evening. I'm gonna watch it as soon as I get off of here, and I'm gonna go and see what I'm gonna finish. I think I did probably about 20 minutes of it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just tap into it.
So other than that, man, we look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow, Wednesday. Who knows? You might see us Thursday, Friday. Who knows? You never know.
You don't know. We try to do what they do when we can do it. You dig what I'm saying? Hey.
We appreciate all the support, man. We appreciate everybody who came through, left your comments. We appreciate it, man. Like in all mine is God loves you, which is most importantly. I love you. You're beautiful. And we out, man.
For sure. See y'all tomorrow. For real.